Seven.
My bad, there you Alright, moving on, Kyle's not here, do you have a report for the AD? I do not, nothing happening. Sandy, I'm assuming your minute, or your minutes in the packet. Bruce is not here. Andrew, principal's report.
I enjoy going to the pool with my kids during the time.
Alright, that's great.
Awesome.
Superintendent's report.
Wish I could say the same, but I'm not gonna be able to say that. Sorry, I'm too old. Oh, man.
Kids are too old.
Oh, my kids are too old, okay. All right, I have been working on facilities as far as a couple of different aspects. Lighting is underway and hopefully will be finished up, they think tonight, but maybe tomorrow. And so they have been throughout the building replacing the lights. The Wallace Electric, who was running the wiring for the HVAC, there is a missing spool of wire somewhere that was supposed to be delivered here, and it's not here, and so they're waiting for that before they can get started. So hope to hear about where that wire might be soon. So had a good experience with Navitas so far as working with their contract manager and their staff. So we'll be glad to get the HVAC system working, because anybody that's working in the building now knows it's either on or off, and so you kind of got our timing down to it's cold. Turn it on here, shut it off here, turn it back on here, so we can keep at least workable conditions for the staff this summer. Also been working on the financing, which we'll get to in the agenda. We do have 4 quotes to consider tonight. Actually, we have 5 quotes. Sorry about that. We met with our KISA consultant, and some of the things that we went through were collective advocacy. If you don't know what that means, I encourage you to look that up this week and see how you could insert yourself into that collective advocacy piece for this school. Setting data-driven goals and preparing for KSDE School Improvement Day. So kind of been on a standstill since then, but staffing, Mr. Cordy said he hasn't been doing anything, but he actually has. He's been working a little bit. I call him every once now and again and talk about some things, and he'll get on his computer and do some things. One of them is working on the schedule. It is very challenging until you dig into it and do it a few years. You don't understand how many hours are spent on that, and so really appreciate his help on you have to start with the high school, because we shared teachers, start at the high school and then take it down to kindergarten. So a lot of time it's been dropped into that. Doing some staff reassignments, which we'll go through later. We were able to interview someone for the manufacturing construction CTE position, which is on the agenda as well. We have not heard back from our Patterson grant, which we were told we would hear back in July. However, Patterson, the last time we got the Patterson grant for the daycare, it was about 2 months after, or I can't remember, maybe it's 30 days after. So hopefully, crossing our fingers, we have a couple of teachers that are anxious to see if they got that grant. So they're excited to get new equipment and new items for their classroom to teach with. Okay, CERP, we worked on CERP, certified, I need to add that to the list of acronyms, Certified Emergency Response Plan. It's great to get other people into the district and to glean their knowledge about things, and so we had some medical professionals in the building, and we developed the Certified Emergency Response Plan. Vote on that tonight. It is due to the KDHE by July 31st. That is in accordance to a statute that was recently passed. Crisis plan. We had been working on a crisis plan that we've been working with for quite a long time, and a lot of things have changed. And so we worked with Northwest Kansas Educational Service Center and Project Frontier in order to develop a new plan. So we did a draft, we worked on it. We had three people work one day at Oakley on it, and then we took it back to another committee. They worked on it as well. And so Mr. Cordy was kind enough today to work on fixing a few of the modifications, and we will bring that to you for the next meeting, as well the handbooks to get approved, and then we'll have that out for the new school year. So, would you bring it down to 95 pages?
It's fewer than that. I forget what it is.
It's in the 90s, right? What's great, we just found out today, is that they're gonna print the book for us and print a flip book for staff, so pretty excited about, they get to do that all for us, so I appreciate that. We worked with Randy on the year-end financials, and Joanna was able to get that updated this morning with him. We will begin actual budget work on the him and I will do budget along with Joanna on July 29th. The daycare opened on July 1st. They did get their did get their initial license, waiting for a full license. And we are fortunate enough to be able to have the Patterson grant that is funding the daycare, and appreciate Sarah's work there to get the daycare up and running. For those of you who weren't able to come to the neighborhood revitalization meeting and hearing, all taxing entities did approve that at the joint public meeting and public hearing. Some things that are coming down the pipeline, for those of you who are on the negotiations committee, I would like to get a meeting scheduled not this week, but next week, and I can visit with you about that, so I'm working on that. Gearing up for next year's PD and making sure that's all established for next year, as well as the annual trainings for staff. We are working extensively with Tazen on the math, starting on our math. Just kind of gonna follow the whole entire ELA thing that we did with them. Just a reminder what that looked like in our district. So when we signed on to that, we signed on to learn about the science of reading in this district. The science of reading is based on 4 or 5 things. Sometimes you put two things together. So one of them is phonemic awareness. Another one is phonics. Another one is fluency. And vocabulary and comprehension. So just because the curriculum that you guys approved only has, some people may only have certain aspects of it, we also have supplemental things like if you want to look at some UFly that addresses phonics and things like that. So just so you're aware that there are all of those components within our ELA curriculum, and again, that we work with Tazen on that, and they have ELA people that are certified in the science of reading. Again, we have teachers that go to letters training, which is certified in the science of reading. So all of that goes into the ELA curriculum. So I can't wait to be able to do something like that with our math. That brings us all on the same page as far as staffing goes. And the board will come on with that and understand that, that this is not just something that is, thought up of. It's backed by people with certifications and training. I'm done.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on to discussion action items. We have annual organizational decisions.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I would like to take the first, unless you wanna take them, I guess here's the way I'm gonna suggest, you can do it however you want. I kinda have them broke up into groups that kinda fit together, I feel like fit together, if you wanna change those, you sure can. But, I would like to take them, you can do one at a time, and I have them in groups, so I guess my suggestion would be to take items 1 and 2 and put them in a motion to begin with.
Okay.
I'll move to designate Eastern Colorado Bank as the official depository and designate the Western Times as the official newspaper.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0, okay.
Take item 3 by itself, please.
I would move to nominate Etta Walker as the school attorney.
Do we have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor? All opposed? 5-2.
4 through 8.
Do you want them each read out?
I think we can just do, I'll make a motion to approve items 4 through 8 on the annual organization decisions chart.
Do we have a second?
I'll say that.
All in favor? 7-0.
Okay, this one is, 9 through 18.
I'll make a motion to approve, items 9 through 18 on the annual organization decisions chart.
Is there a second?
I'll say.
All in favor? 7-0.
Okay, number 19. Approve breakfast lunch prices. I did want to, I did in your weekend notes, I did put, kind of a comparison with the districts, in the area. And I did get a little bit of an update here today, so I'm gonna pass that to you. On the back, there's just, I couldn't get it all in one. There is something on the back that, it's just the, one school, or, no, it's one item, it's athletic fees. But this was a chart that the superintendents in the area, had provided their information, so I thought it was fairly handy for you guys to see, comparative wise. It's all kind of started with, the very first part of the email thread started with what are the fees that you guys are charging in your district. And so we, all the superintendents then developed this chart, and so you can kind of see, the different fees that each school has. Just, some items that, you know, we are, and I know we had taken this out, and I'm just for your information, we are like one of the only schools that doesn't charge fees for, you know, classes, I guess I would say. In textbooks, I think we, well, yes, Shiloh did. I think we're the only school that doesn't charge for textbooks. You can see some of them have like a textbook and a digital fee together.
We used to charge for
We did
what, art, industrial?
art and industrial art classes, yeah.
So we did away with that basically when I first got on here.
I think I was, yeah, Bruce would have been,
You were here then? It was a
Yeah.
while ago.
so. Just interesting, I don't know if that's something you wanna consider or just reconsider, or, our lunch prices are a little bit higher than other districts, but we also don't charge for a lot of the other fees that other schools charge. would hate to slap a bunch of fees on parents, you know, between now and when school starts, cause they're not expecting it, so.
This is the same lunch prices last year.
This is the lunch prices for last year, yeah.
Is this the meeting when we set those prices?
Yes, yeah, that's what.
Is there
yeah, that's
still
what they're asking for.
there used to be I can't think of the word, not co-op, but there used to be funds available for
Oh, for what?
seconds or,
Oh, people have, like,
there used to be.
granted money or donated money for that, yes.
And that's still a thing.
Yeah, we don't, I think we ended the
We don't
school year.
charge for seconds.
Yes, we do.
No,
There is no funds left in that.
We were out of funds last year.
So we've adopted okay, so the money we're gonna have.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as long as there's money in that account, the seconds are free. Otherwise, they're $1.
But all the kids get fed, right?
Yes. So I guess I'm looking for setting the prices. Sorry, set the price for the school and breakfast. If you wanted to set fees for something else, we would need to do it today.
You want to do lunch and breakfast, you say?
Yes, we really need to set that because she's gonna turn in
Tomorrow.
yeah, a report tomorrow.
Basically, we make a motion. I mean, if nobody has issues to
What's
approve
here, that's,
as presented, correct?
The
Approve
price,
our
the
prices as
breakfast.
presented,
Okay, yep,
which
Yeah.
is, has all the
Yes.
elementary, the high school, and adults.
yes.
I'd make that motion to approve it.
Is there a second or more discussion?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
It's approved.
7-0. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, 20 through 23, I just finished that page there, 20 through 23.
Make a motion to approve 22 through 23.
20 through
20 through 23.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0.
Dave, this is the one where it's gonna take a big gulp. Approve the Kix insurance quote. It's in the card packet. Page,
This is the last page. Yeah, 76.
76, yeah.
What's the deductible on this in there? Is it there and just for their,
I haven't looked at this for a while.
It's written.
yeah,
But the deductibles, oh, you got the
Price of a policy.
oh. Well, would this be what,
It's the same.
the same one we
And
approved
they,
last
and I asked them for the buy down on that, and they did not give that to me, so.
They didn't give you the buy down rate?
On the roof, remember the wind, we're struggling with them to get us information.
And I emailed them back
So-
last week to get the buy down again, and they did not send it again.
Yeah, so,
We approved some sort of buy down
last year we did,
It's $20,000 deal.
$24,000.
but they haven't given me a quote, so,
So this would be
This is
whatever their
without the
normal deductible is without that buy down.
yeah. It was like, that
What
was
if we
the
say no?
problem. Go ahead. If you say no, I don't know what problem with, this has been a topic of conversation for superintendents for 2 years. That we used to be with the company and then we switched to this company and of course it was cheaper. I think at one time I sent you, like, when Bruce was the superintendent, this cost $58,000 with better coverage. This is now, you see the cost $151,000 in 5 years' time.
I think this thing coincides with our insurance renewal every year, 'cause I think every year I say something about it. It's nuts. I was sitting in the office today, it's like, I just wanna cancel it. And just buy a big catastrophic policy. I know we can't do that as a school, but
Right.
this insurance thing is nuts.
And I guess to finish that conversation is there's some schools left on the old insurance that we had and they jacked their rates, which, and so it's just something that, I shopped it out, what, 2 years ago? And I couldn't get anything cheaper.
And you know, our renewal, this is the same time every year,
Yes,
And Agent Atwood
and every year I say something.
said that he wanted to give us a quote, and I asked him about it, he said Kix is the only company anymore that they can get insurance for schools on.
their EMC is kicking a bunch of schools off. Anyway. See if you can find that. Yeah.
It's how much more than last year?
6.
$6,000 more?
Percentage.
6% or 6?
No, 6,000, sorry. The percent was,
We did the buy down last year.
We did do the sign down last year, I believe,
Yes,
but they're
we
not
did.
offering it now.
I'll give you the percent here in just a
So
minute.
barring anything, it's actually cheaper.
We bought it,
to use
yeah.
it, right?
Is that
It's-
6,000 include the buy down?
Buy down to 24 on top of that.
But if we don't use it, we're saving 18.
Yes.
Which that was the buy down for the roof, right?
Yes.
And we have a warranty on the roof.
No, supposedly.
Yeah, but-
Will the warranty cover?
Warranty doesn't cover acts of God. Warranty's just warranty in their product.
So I think that's self-insurance.
No. You're fine, I was just curious if this had that, if this was a quote with that buy down or not, that's all.
No.
And it's not, but we don't have a quote on that anyway, so we can't even prove it if we wanted to.
So, we had a 6% increase. It's $9,000, I'm sorry.
$5,000.
Huh?
That's what
But
our
not
buy
on
down
the-
was.
It's not on the road, that's what I'm trying to find that rough thing. Cause I emailed her and she said she didn't have that.
So if the roof was even.
Well, you could prove it with
$5,000
the,
or something.
with the motion in there, that if their buy down option becomes available. we
Yeah,
could discuss it.
that's what I was going to suggest, because we've asked for
I
it.
don't think we have a choice.
No. We don't really have a choice, right? That's exactly right.
There's nothing saying we can't do
We
it
have-
later as far as,
She put in here, you've also asked about the wind hail buy down quote. We do have this on our list to quote again for you. We're getting that to you soon. That was June fifth.
What date?
June fifth.
June 5th, 40 days ago. I guess we will approve this, and then if they come back with a buy down,
we decide whether to add to it.
Right. Yeah, we actually, this was supposed to be due the end of July.
When is that?
December.
When the season's over. Last day of the year, that's what's for that year. I guess I'll move to approve this. I don't feel like we have a choice, as is. And we'll look at the options when they become available on the wind hail buy down.
have a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0.
Approve membership in the K-Shap for the grade school and high school.
I move to approve membership in K-Shep for the grade school and high school at $1,356.18.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? All opposed? 6-1, Cameron, opposed. Designate NKESC representative. Is that something you wanna do again, Sandy?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. Make a motion to approve Sandy, is that again?
They say you made that
I
motion?
made that motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0. Now for A's tech rep, does Bruce wanna do that again?
I did talk to him today and he is willing to do that.
Okay. I'll make the motion to designate Bruce as the Fort Hays Technology Northwest representative.
Second.
All in favor? 7-0. Establish substitute teacher pay.
That is on this sheet too, if you were interested to see like what other schools were, paying, and it seems we're not the
Ballpark.
lowest, we're not the highest, so.
Is it adequate? I mean, I don't know how to get that.
We still short on stuff.
Yeah.
Is up to the pay gonna help that?
I doubt it.
You just hired me.
I'll make the motion to establish substitute teacher pay at the certified $110 a day and non-certified $100 a day.
Is there a second? I'll second. All in favor? 7-0. Approved cost per copy.
This would just be people that need to come in and copy something, or want something copied for them.
Mr. President, I approve the cost copy at 25 cents.
Okay, so that's 10 cents black and white and 25 cents for color, I
Oh,
should say.
okay.
I thought the black and white went
Yes.
for 25 cents, so
25 cent
But you
color.
can change it if you'd like.
is that enough?
Does it cover our,
It covers the cost of it, but
Does that happen a lot?
Not really.
We don't usually copy color for people, usually, I mean, we do black
do
and white.
many
a lot.
people come in and ask for copies?
Usually it's just copies if it's black and white.
No, they don't.
Okay.
We don't have very many.
And 10 cents more than covers.
So
the black
10
and
cents
white.
for black and white, 25 cents for color.
I'll make
That's
it,
your
I'll
motion.
move to.
She made the
that.
motion, there you
Oh,
have a
I'll
second.
second it.
All in favor?
Sorry.
7-0. Okay, we're done with those, moving on to item B. Approved manufacturing construction instructor.
Mr. President, I would move to offer I would ask that you offer the position to Hayden Reiner.
I'm sorry?
Hayden Reiner. He'd be the husband of one of our junior high teachers.
That is for what?
All jobs.
Construction and manufacturing, so welding and what's,
All the moves,
Yeah,
is drafted
recommend
involved
that.
there?
Eventually,
Could be,
yes.
yeah. anything that's in manufacturing and
Just change the autos
construction,
in the future,
CT
then.
coursework.
Certified in anything?
Not
Well, we'll have to go in the executive session to do probably any more.
Any objections from the administration? I'll make a motion to accept Hayden Reiner.
Do you have a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? 7-0. Okay, C, approved memorandum of understanding, Wallace County Head Start.
I did not copy that for everyone, but if we do have a copy of it, it's basically an agreement of them being in our building.
No change, really.
No, there was no change.
Yeah, I'll move to approve the memorandum of understanding for the Wallace County Head Start.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor? 7-0.
We do need signatures from all the board on this.
You do need signatures? Do you wanna do that now?
Is that all right?
Yeah, yes.
Pass it around.
Oh, I lied.
I think it's just the board.
It's just board president. Sorry.
Okay, never mind. All right, D, renew property lease for daycare.
That's an annual thing that we,
That's no change.
well, yes. Out the back of the
Yeah,
daycare.
same price.
Yes.
Same price.
Okay. We have a motion for that.
I'll make a motion to approve the daycare lease, property lease.
Is
I'll
there a
second that.
Okay, all in favor? 7-0. Capital project funding.
Okay. Wait a minute. Did I give her one?
Yes.
I got my stuff here. No, you have that Holman. Alright,
Which one? Almond?
did anybody get one that says just Holman on it? Can you give her one?
I gave that to you, didn't I?
As you can, you'll see as I pass these out why there is,
That sheet must
there's a
have been-
lot of
Oh.
paper here. There you go.
Oh, it's fine.
Was it the same?
Should, yeah, so there should be government capital, and I'm sorry if you got two copies of
Okay.
that, I'll take one of those back so it's less confusing. Okay, and then, sorry about that, ran off two copies of that for everybody.
Here, you guys. have those
And
too.
then you'll get one that says, Raymond James, and then she's getting you a Holman Capital one. So the government capital, that just has one, and you, if you go to the third page, that kinda breaks it down for you. That you would ask for the 15 payments, the $1 million, and, so that tells you how much their payment amount, 101,616, okay? That's government. If you look at, or any questions about that one, I guess, you might have questions, we can come back to that. If you look at the Raymond James one, this is the one I've been waiting on, because hadn't got it to him, so I just got it Friday, I believe. They send it out to banks, local and in the area, so you'll see, on page 3, or actually 2, probably on yours, the summary of bank placement proposals. You'll see Entrust, B Bank option 1, B Bank option 2, and Western State Bank. So I'll give you a few minutes to study that, but,
Like B-Bank, is that?
B-Bank
Winona,
and,
or is that a different bank?
Colby.
It would be
It's
bank,
still
so I
B-Bank,
know.
it's Cognac.
Yeah.
Yeah, so column 2 and 3 is B Bank and Colby. Column 4 is Western State Bank and Goodland.
They didn't wanna go to 15 years.
Apparently not. You also, yeah, any questions on those, you can see the different interest rates are. It changes things quite a bit. And then you got the Holman Capital, which I worked with Eastern Colorado, they work with this company, Holman Capital. It's on the back of the front page. It tells you the interest rate, the financing amount, and the payments. Just be careful, you look at, some banks want 2 payments per year, one, and then some banks are asking for 1 payment per year, so.
And so like this one, there's no fee, I'm assuming the fee's a one-time.
Right.
Is it just the one bank doing the fee, or did Holman have a fee also? Closing fee or whatever?
They did not state that they had a closing fee. Look on the very back.
No.
That kinda just breaks it down, but I don't see a fee.
But like B Bank doesn't have,
It has a, B Bank option number 1 has $5,000 fee.
no, it's a, fee. It's certainly cheaper than 1.25% on the other one, or on government capital.
Yeah.
And Holman, I missed that. I don't see a fee.
I didn't see a fee on Holman.
These are fixed interest things for the term.
You said Holman was through Eastern Colorado, right?
Yes.
Since I don't bring my own.
Which one?
Oh, but just wondering about on the summary of the banks, on Holman, it gives the payment amount, and it looks like out of 30, that's 2 payments a year. What
Yes.
are the payment amounts on each of these banks? Am I missing it? Is that
It'd be that
average
bottom.
annual debt service?
Yes.
That bottom
Okay,
row
that's what I thought.
per year though.
So
It's not
bank, option number 1 is cheaper than Holman. by
30,000 or 22,000.
Yeah.
Well, what,
27, no.
what am I missing over here? If this one's a half a million cheaper.
Western State,
Yeah.
It's only 7 years.
7 years, and,
But it saves you $500,000 over.
That's interesting.
but they want, oh. I need to
The
make
last-
sure he put that in
The
right.
last payment's gonna be 206,000, yes,
Balloon payment.
the balloon payment
Yes.
on that one.
Yes, they wanted, let me pull that proposal up, because he sent it to me. They wanted, 206,000 due at signing.
Oh, that's, yeah, it's settlement of like.
They want
your
it
very
at
first
signing.
payment.
Some first payments.
Yeah.
But your second one's only 96.
Right.
Not only, but, so it makes up for it on that.
I like that there is not, that on the bank, they don't penalize for early payment and pay off too, so.
Got a wrinkle I thought about since we voted on this. It's more money. I think we're gonna do this and we're gonna bite it off. I'd like to entertain the boiler idea.
Sounds about 475,
Yeah,
roughly.
like, yeah, about a third more. I'm afraid that we get 5 years, 10 years into this, it's gonna be ugly.
Well, it's not gonna be 475 anymore.
And then
So-
the
We
money's
can
not gonna be
entertain
as
that, but
cheap.
we have to do this
I know,
first.
I know, I get that, I'm just wanting to
Right.
throw out my idea.
Yeah, I've got some, which, kinda talking to Luke about it, there's like $159,000 bill out there waiting for me to get paid on, to get the lighting, cause the lighting's pretty much through. And I know we talked about the 300,000, being able to take down the capital outlay 300,000, but I really feel like, we need to, make a decision on this.
Yeah, we have to do this, we
But
voted on it.
I will say that I did have the conversation, and I just didn't have the conversation with any of the others, just, how likely do you think it would be that they would add,
What are the
on-
terms for an addition?
yeah. I don't know, I haven't had that
That's really my
conversation.
question, I guess.
I think if we did it relatively quick, they would honor it. I mean, how much more money do you think they would be? They might even make the terms better.
I mean, I know we have to do this, we voted on this, we have to do this today, I was just speaking my mind.
So I guess what he's asking is for you to ask him if we could go ahead and add possibly 475,000 for a boiler and see what happened to our interest rate, or if they're willing to do it.
What are the
But for
terms?
right now,
What the terms would be.
I think for the bank.
do we have a motion for one of these options?
When I talked to Greg, he's the Raymond James, rep, he said that, it would be the actual next meeting where we do the actual sign off, because he's gotta get the resolution and that, so I mean, there may be some grace in there with the bank if they would.
I'll make a motion for the bank option 1 for the proposed financing.
I'll second that.
All in favor? 7-0.
Certified emergency response plan. I made about 3 copies, as you can see, I felt like I was copying off a lot of stuff today, so I did put that in your weekend notes, and, I can hand you a actual copy if you would like it. is the cardiac, arrest, basically procedure and plan for our facilities.
How much of that is dictated to us?
The whole plan is dictate, I mean, like, they make us do it,
Make
but,
us do a plan, but
then it has to be approved by KDHE, so. They,
The
you know,
plan was presented to us by basically the EMTs and then KDHE
American-
will.
yeah, American Heart Association has the kind of what you should put in one of those. And that was the suggestion by KDHE and he used theirs, so that's what we did.
Yes, you guys are
We had a team work on it, so I think we should be
Yeah,
good.
but,
Use it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I hope.
Yeah.
yes, I'll make a motion to approve the certified emergency response plan
I'll second.
as presented or
Presented in the notes.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a problem with that? All in favor? 7-0, approved copier lease.
Liberal meeting,
Spent a lot of time on this, it seemed like.
ready to spend an hour on
I
this.
was at that meeting, wasn't last time, it was, oh yeah, it probably was last
Probably
time.
25 years
That was
Yeah.
years ago.
surprised.
I want to say Craig was president, I'm not positive. I didn't check on that, that's Craig's first year, or maybe 1 year.
So, Image Quest is who we have right now, they're Xerox. And they have proposed a 63-month lease payment of $523.99 per month.
That's for 2 printers,
That's for 3 printers.
that's for 3.
If we wanna take off a printer, it's on the back,
I would say I like this
$369.45.
We need 32.
I think convenience wise, it's nice to have 3, can we make it with 2? Probably so.
What do you think? You use them.
I think we can go with 2, because inevitably, 1 copier is broke down. But that also, if 1 copier is broke down, we're gonna be left with 1, so.
Well, you guys use them, so what do you think?
370 versus 525.
And then this one that is, Ricoh, which actually the people like the Ricoh copiers better, is, oh, shucks, I added those up at one time, at the bottom.
What was this one?
Yeah, we're gonna hurry.
Time this
That
one.
was the early this one.
174.07 plus 215 plus 171.34. 560.
The copies are considerably cheaper. Is that what I'm seeing over here, click rate, is that what the copies cost?
Yeah, but if you go over,
Half as much.
yeah,
Yeah,
So is that 3? What's the
that's
difference
for
on the
3
back?
copiers.
the back, okay, that's remanufactured, and I really don't wanna get a remanufactured,
But this is for 3 on the front, like.
yes.
Uh-huh.
And we
Do you
could,
have any
and I
idea
asked
how
her,
many copies you make in a year?
Well, I think this is
Yes.
really one of those things we need to ask the people that use them.
thank you, I appreciate that. I will tell you that staff like Ricoh copiers better, but over, you know, they're what,
Not much difference.
yeah, and we haven't had the best of luck, especially at the beginning with the Xerox company getting us the, parts and being able to fix the copiers. They've been better lately. Before we had Xerox, we had Ricoh, and, but who knows what has changed over 5 years for the Ricoh, I don't know. They did promise me that they have service people out here in western Kansas. I don't know what western Kansas means to most people, but it's usually different than what it means for me, but
Roughly how many copies do we do?
I have that in my office, that, see what we're,
Hang on, I got it.
we were looking at that. So basically, we were paying an extra $200 to $300 a month for the copies.
Roughly 8,000.
We want
That
that.
month.
You said 200,
$200 to $300 a month.
250.
Roughly about 300, $200 to $300 a month.
Yeah,
in
for
copies.
extra copies, yeah.
These copies
So it's-
have that,
It
right?
ends up being basically a wash, so $125 for copies from here, $250 from here. And this one costs,
And I'd rather
this one's
have what the
cheaper,
staff and the people want.
Okay,
and that's the Rico, right?
that's what they
We'll
want.
make that motion.
Got a motion
What
for
the staff
Rico.
wants.
Well, 2 copies or 3? Copiers or 3?
Is even an option on this one?
Work. She said just take off one if you don't want it, but let's see if we can make 3 work.
Start with 3.
Do we have a motion for the 3 Rico copiers?
I'll make a motion for 3 Rico copiers.
All in favor? 7-0. Approved 2025-2026 teaching assignments.
That was a lot shorter than the last
Yeah.
copy we discussed.
Much.
It'd been nice if Mark would make sure.
I remember
That was
just
one of
going
the
by.
first things we did.
Huh?
One of the first things we
It really
did.
is. It's like, so-
Yeah,
We can let them have that on copiers.
So I talked a little bit about some readjustments, so I guess the first readjustment you'll notice is that, Christina Bull, Marcia Kling, and Jeffrey House, we have arranged the schedule to where we can use 3 teachers in different, areas. Christina would teach 3rd grade and 5th grade, it'd be 3rd grade math right now. Is what we're looking at for the schedule. Marcia Kling would teach 3rd and 4th grade. She would teach 3rd grade ELA, and I believe science. Is she the head teacher? Mr. House would do 4th and 5th grade science, and then, K through 12 technology. Cassandra is the same, well, she would go to halftime library, which is what you approved her for. Jamie Hawkins, we moved 6th grade science to her. Micah Reiner, has, agreed, I like that one, agreed to do high school math, and so she would do 1 junior high math as well, she still would be part-time. Gabrielle Hammer's change would be to add another junior high science. Rebecca's schedule doesn't change much, she's solely high school ELA. Eric Jarvis, we are adding CTE coursework in 8th grade, social studies. Hayden Reiner then would be the manufacturing construction CTE teacher, with a junior high math hour. Brent Schroff, it will be just adding the CTE coursework. Kyle will be doing the K through 1 PE. Yeah, I mean, sorry, he'll be adding K through 2 as well as what he's had in the past, 3 through 12. Mrs. Clay, is certified to teach German, so we've added that to her schedule for a, foreign language. Mr. Cordy is gonna do junior high math, and then physics is back in the schedule. Kim is, we just added Kim in there, she's really not, we don't pay her, but she's a special ed.
Okay.
We do, but we don't, pay Kim. we could, you know, get a certified math teacher and be able to, you know, keep Micah in the junior high, but this, we feel like is the best option. Talking to other schools, you know, they still have math openings, so I feel fortunate that we are able to find somebody that's willing to take that on.
So there's nothing we can do to change it and make it better.
Not that I'm aware of, if there is,
And I'll
let me
make a
know.
motion to approve the teaching assignment.
Second that. All in favor of the teaching assignments? All opposed? 6-1, Brad's opposed. Okay, policy updates.
Does anybody want a copy of them?
Anybody want a copy?
Maybe.
How are we gonna do these?
What we've done in the past is just take each one and say yay or nay. So, I guess I would just start BBC and then see if you wanna approve as proposed by KSB or you wanna make any other changes.
BBC is board committees. Language spreading that more than 3 board members should not serve on these bodies at one time remains a policy. This is just the, I think it's basically the law. It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because it's HB 2134.
So we need to pass this House bill, it's already state law. Is there a
Mr.
motion?
President, I move to approve, policy update EBC.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second
All in favor? 7-0. CN is also House Bill 2134, state law. We have a motion to approve that state law.
Public records.
it. I'll move to approve CN
I-
with this revision.
Sorry.
You go ahead.
For a second, just, on this one and another one, I noticed that we need to go ahead and fill in those names, we will do that later.
I think we already have the names filled out, don't we?
Yeah, we
Let
went
me
through the
see
whole board
where
at one
they
time.
are.
Yeah.
And this part, they should be filled out here because there's not any in the red, correct?
Yes.
Is there any in the red?
I don't have it. No, I do have it.
No, I don't see any in the red in that one.
No, not for filling in blanks.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
I have
I'll
it.
second
you're
that.
fine, we have a second.
I think in the book we just.
All
Okay.
in favor? 7-0.
Who's the second one?
Sandy seconded that.
Yeah.
I don't remember who. Brad made the motion?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a CN, let's move on to DFE investment of funds.
That is also a House Bill 2152.
Don't understand why we have to approve these.
I'll make the motion to approve the changes to the FE investment of funds.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? 7-0. Okay, DFH fundraising,
This is not a House Bill.
does this change anything that we're doing?
Mr. Cordiana.
So if
Speak
you
on this.
look at the second paragraph, faculty and student participation in fundraising shall be strictly voluntary. At no time shall participation in fundraising impact a student's grade, which it doesn't. or membership, which is what most of our classes have. Participation time or standing on a team, club, or group, or sales are strongly discouraged. And, yeah. I think we had this one last year, and I thought, didn't we vote it down just because, or you guys did because of that, where a lot of our, you know, like our junior class or sophomore class, you know, if you don't participate, there's either a fine or you could be in jeopardy of being kicked out of the class.
That is correct, I remember that.
But if we adopt it, then, I mean, to be honest, yeah, I would just say I'll sell, we didn't have to.
So if we don't wanna adopt it, we just move on to the next one.
Leave it as is. Is there a motion to update that?
It says review and adopt if preferred.
Everybody
previous
prefer
link.
that?
Leave it the same.
Okay, no motion, we're gonna leave that one the same. So now we are at GAACB employee whistleblower, and it's House Bill 2160.
I looked at these, I did not review these again tonight, and I have a star by that, bullet that says prohibit a supervisor or board from requiring that an employee inform the supervisor or the district compliance coordinator regarding governing body auditing agencies. Everybody see where I'm at? Can somebody help me with that on exactly what that means?
It says that the above shall not be construed to prohibit a supervisor or the board from requiring that an employee inform their supervisor or the district compliance coordinator regarding governing body. So it goes with, is that what you heard?
Yeah, that one there, Stephanie, yes.
State law,
Yeah, I
correct?
don't think we have a choice.
Okay, I just wondered what it meant.
I can't explain it to you.
I don't know either, but it's
Okay.
state law, and I don't understand why we have to pass state law, but do we have a motion to adopt GAACB, House Bill 2160?
I'll make the motion to adopt GAACB.
Is there a second? All in favor? 7-0. Moving on to IB, school site councils. Amended by House Bill 2134.
So we have
Did I read it, like, site councils
So,
don't have to go through us?
changes, the principal shall recommend site council members for superintendent approval instead of board approval. Each site council shall establish meeting schedules, each council may make recommendations and proposals to the board.
I'll make a motion, accept that.
Cameron has made a motion to accept IB site councils. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? 7-0. JBC enrollment.
This is to do mostly with
Military.
military.
I think both those
The
can go
next
together
two.
with the next one too, if I recall, right? When I was reading through it.
JBC two.
Can you still want one at a time? I'll move to accept policy number JBC enrollment revised.
Alright, is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. Now we have JVCD.
I'll make a motion to approve JBCD as submitted.
Having to do with the military students. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. Now we are at JGFGB, supervision of medications. Senate Bill 63, which was vetoed, and then the veto was overridden.
Basically, there's not a lot
Staff
of.
should not give illegal
No medication shall be dispensed or administered if prohibited by state law. That's basically all it's saying, which only makes sense, right?
We have to have a motion for that.
I suppose.
Yes. Is there a motion?
The opposer, can we allow it?
No. I'll make the motion for JGFGB. All in favor? 7-0. Let's see, JH student activities, Senate Bill 114, state law. We have a motion. Bruce has made a motion for JH student activities. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
All in favor? 7-0. KBC, media relations and usage.
This is where you can't have excerpt or something.
Well, it just means like, if you decide you wanna live, like if the board decides we wanna live stream it, we can, but we can't live stream half and then shut it off and not do the other half. But if we don't have to have it, it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, this is the board thing, not a,
Right.
they should do what they want, this is if we choose to do that.
Is this not for basketball games and stuff?
Either way, you wouldn't want it, what if you shut it off halfway through, you'd be legally required to do the whole thing, right?
That's what I understood.
Mine's, what you call it, does shut it off halfway through. Then are we in trouble? It's not intentional. Okay, does anybody have objection to not adopting that one? Alright. That was that, KBC, moving on. KGB. Concealed observations. This policy is being updated with the understanding that persons, boards may legally record or live stream the open portion of the board meetings. So this, this note is as an exception to our concealed observation policy. That's the summary. Anything different than we're already doing?
This is one to note for sure, not the changes necessarily, but the policy itself. Individuals are prohibited from recording students, employees, and or board members, how do you say that, surreptitiously or through the use of concealed audio and or visual recording devices. This prohibition is in effect at school, on or in district property, and at meetings and conferences held for educational or disciplinary purposes. just changes is the recording or live streaming gets added of open meetings, subject to the Kansas Open Meetings Act.
So you're saying it's just changing a couple?
Yeah. They're adding in the recording, they add in or live streaming of, and they add in open meetings. Yeah, I'm assuming it's kind of based off of the previous one.
This one's not required.
I don't think so. Review and adopt if preferred to previous language. Does anybody feel like we need a change?
No, what about you?
Like scholarship, we're not gonna change that above.
Okay. I guess that one's gonna stay the same unless someone objects. KM, visitors to the school.
Dating on the Wait a minute.
Yeah, this is a crazy bill, but yeah.
So if they stay in there, law enforcement, we have to let know, so we can't check anything.
House Bill 20.
Court martial for something we didn't have.
House
Right,
Bill
that's
2052.
what I would probably do, but it's a little unnerving, but I don't know that we have a choice.
Does not look like it. Review and adopt. Like it and adopt it.
I'm sure they're counting on this,
What's there?
crime for impersonating a police officer.
So many, yeah, we may have people who shoot every now and then.
That's true.
Cause they don't, all they add in is, this, it says in accordance with Kansas law, off-duty law enforcement officers identifying themselves as such upon entry into district building cannot be requested or required to provide or record personal information such as their email address, home phone number, or home address. Nor shall such officers be required to wear any item identifying them as a law enforcement officer or as being armed.
That's exactly the same thing as what the summary says.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
Word for word.
So an off-duty law enforcement officer can come in and not identify that they're off-duty basis or that they're, that they're law enforcement. Yeah, that they're law enforcement.
Well, it's been on the choice, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Move to approve KM.
Is there a second?
I'll say.
All in favor? All opposed? 6-1. Cameron?
No,
Okay, my bad.
Oh.
7-0. And complaints.
They have it, if appropriate, the board or the board's designee shall investigate the complaint.
So do it.
I would say no.
Yeah.
I move to approve KM.
Is there a second? 3. I'll second it. All in favor? 7-0.
Nope, we don't discuss our non-union.
One quick thing on the school side, I caught something Stephanie said, and I knew I had it underlined. Now, on that IV, the school site councils, you wanna repeat what you said, that the school doesn't have to be involved? Is that?
Board.
The board,
The board doesn't have to be involved?
the board doesn't have to approve them.
Gotcha.
Yes, the superintendent.
The membership of each council shall include a minimum of the building's principal, their representatives, the teachers, but nothing that the board has to do on that. Is that what that means?
Right.
Okay, but we have to have those people on there as representatives. Gotcha, okay.
Yep.
R&R. We have to notify, county clerk if we, need to exceed the R&R. I kinda try to explain that in the weekend notes. R&R is confusing, because it's, a lot of times is the mills and not the actual dollar value. We just got budget closeout done, so we'll have more budget conversations between now and the 29th when we actually do the budget. But the, consultant, Greenbush did, advise to go ahead and notify that we should exceed the R&R. The goal is to keep the, tax flat, but, depending on how things transpire, a lot of things have changed between now and even within the last week of funding, to keep that option open. And, so, I guess that would be my suggestion. Do we have to exceed the revenue neutral rate? No.
This gives us the option if we.
It gives us the option. If we don't sign that, we can't. Oh, no.
I don't know how you word it, but I would vote to, or make a motion to give us the option to do it.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
You have that down? All in favor? All opposed? Cameron? Sandy? Brad? Opposed?
3.
3, 5, 2. 4, 3. 4, 3. What? I know I agree, right? Okay. Executive session 4.
Attorney-client privilege.
For how long?
13 minutes. Somebody else make that motion, I can.
I'm just asking.
Okay. Just wanna make sure.
I'm asking for
We need an executive
specifics.
session, attorney-client privilege for 15 minutes. 4 and
The table.
Yeah, inviting, Angie Stahlbomber.
administration and Angie.
All the pieces down. Is there a second? What?
I would second it, but I would like to.
You have your 5-minute recess after we approve. Is there a second?
Okay, well, what time are we gonna start it then? 'Cause we'll need to
We're gonna start it in 5 minutes.
8:35?
Sounds awesome.